Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast.
Hey guys.
Kevin is back joining us again.
What was that, Kevin?
About talking.
No, Kevin got us roses.
I was inspired.
First of all, Tash thought Kevin bought both of them for her.
really
I know,
She
for
was
me. Like the fuck?
You're not gonna give me the other
Nicole
one?
who?
Like damn. I
I said, dang, I can't give one Nicole. Like,
Me.
totally forgot about her.
She really did.
I really did. I'm sorry, Nicole.
She out of line for that.
Mm-mm.
Anywho.
Anyways,
Yay.
today we're going to be talking about independent versus interdependent women
Oh man.
and what it's like dating them. So, grab a drink.
Grab your glass. Shake your ass.
You're listening to Tash and Nix.
Cheers. Did you do that in college?
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Up to it, down to it.
All right, let's get into it.
So, we took a little social media poll
Oh, yeah.
about what men prefer. If they prefer
Okay.
independent versus interdependent women.
So we had a few responses. There was like so many of them. And we're going to read some of the responses that we had. And you had another poll too on there as well.
I did.
So I want you to read. Someone's talking about gender roles, first of all. Calm down.
I can't deal.
Okay, this isn't the one I need.
Which one did there's two?
I know. Wait, okay, let me do.
Go to the second.
Okay, so I asked men if they prefer interdependent versus independent women.
Yeah.
One of the responses was, it depends on the values of the individual. It shouldn't be a set lead, just do you. That's actually about leading, not interdependent versus independent. Most of them said interdependent overall.
Correct. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
That is
So
what
you
I
say?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Well, I think you should explain to them what the difference between
True.
dependent and interdependent is.
So
Because I had to Google it.
yeah, you did have to.
I'm like,
I think you all have to, because I was confusing interdependent with codependent. And that's completely
Yeah, it's
different.
completely different.
So,
Yeah. So interdependent is you're able to, of course, like take care of yourself, but you're not completely like independent. You do want a partner that you can also depend on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Independent is like you don't need anybody.
You do it all on your own.
You do it all on your own.
yeah.
She got her own house. She got
Got
her
her
own
own
car.
Dude,
Right
y'all
there.
work hard. You a bad bro. He said, you ain't all set down. What?
Ooh, clearly we know what they voted for. Oh, that's
Yeah.
my jam.
Really?
Independent, yeah.
One person said that they like, of course, when somebody's like has goals oriented,
Yeah.
but not like completely independent. So
I
how do you
don't
feel
even
about that,
know
Nicole?
what guy would want.
No. I guess that's true. There are men, I think, for the most part, the men said they prefer an interdependent woman.
Mhm.
I think a lot of guys would not want an independent woman,
Correct.
period.
Correct.
You know? I don't know. I feel like before I was in a relationship, I felt like I was an independent person.
Mhm.
And learning how to be interdependent has probably been one of the hardest parts of my relationship currently.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I feel like for me, when I think of independent, I wasn't thinking of like, oh, I don't need anybody. I was just thinking of independent is just being an adult.
No, independent.
Pay your bills.
I mean,
That's
no
right.
man.
Yeah.
That's
You just
right.
pay your bills. You take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you don't want anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But there are people who are, they do not want to be independent whatsoever. There are women who do not want that. I think a man, in my opinion, should want an independent woman initially because that shows that she can
has.
do, and she does not need him,
Correct.
you know, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have to maybe each grow and learn to be interdependent of each other. So,
Yeah. True. What do you think about that, Kevin?
Well, first of all, I don't know how either the woman or the man would want the woman to come in as independent. Like, coming from a woman's perspective, I don't know any women, or I can't understand how a woman would want to be independent in the relationship, because I feel like it's off-sided. It's not equal. And second, I don't think a man would ever want a woman to be independent, because it just goes back to, I wouldn't say traditional roles, but we're just used to trying to provide for the woman and showing that we actually can do things for her. She doesn't have to do everything by herself. And I think women today are so caught up in trying to prove that they can do it. So they're all about this, I'm an independent woman. You know, it's Women's Month, is it not?
Yeah.
So
Wow.
It is.
Okay.
everybody's really just pushing for that, you know? That's like the thing. Yeah, we're women, we can do anything, you know? So obviously I'm for the interdependence, because I think like Nicole had touched on, I just want a relationship to where we can both grow. That's what I wrote for my answer.
Yeah.
I want someone that I can grow with. I love that she can be independent, because it shows me that she's a go-getter. You know?
Yeah.
She has ambition. She has goals. She has initiative.
Yeah.
You know, she has no problem getting her hands dirty and working. But I also like a woman who's willing to get dirty with me, not just herself.
Dirty.
You know, so
Okay.
a woman that doesn't really care about where you're at, I'm willing to help you get to where you're at, even if it's not. And the most important thing, we don't all have to be at the same level. We just have to be at the same level of understanding. So wherever
Great.
you're at in life doesn't have to be where I'm at in life, but let's get you to where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can be even this way.
Okay.
I think that's real
Okay, you are speaking a
interdependence.
word.
And I'll take
Amen.
myself.
Okay, you're
The praise dancer here.
We got a lot to go,
okay?
Okay.
I like
So
that.
Also ask social media, who leads in a relationship? Men, women, or both, like a partnership?
Yeah.
So the number one answer, of course, was men lead. I had another answer where the guy said, oh, it depends on kind of the relationship dynamic. It's whatever works for that couple.
Yeah.
What do you think, Kevin? Who leads in a relationship?
Who leads in the relationship?
In your mind, when
In
your
my
ideal
mind?
relationship,
Or do you want us
who
to go
leads?
first?
Who leads in the relationship?
Mhm.
Honestly, it should be the guy.
Okay.
I feel like that's just the expectation. That's what it should be. I have no problem doing that. I think the man should lead. He sets the example.
I agree. I think a man should lead in a relationship or marriage. I don't think leading means you control me. Like,
Exactly.
I do.
Ever.
You don't say jump and I say how high. It's not the same
Mm-hmm.
thing. It means I trust you to make the decision at the end of the day. We're going to
Facts.
talk about it, but you're going to have the final say in this, and I
Yeah.
trust you to do that.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Give me that good old Scorpio answer.
No, Scorpio. Yeah.
I feel like this. I'm sorry, but I feel like men lead us into our own demise sometimes. And I'm talking about the world in general. I think women should lead in a lot of aspects. This is how I feel. Okay, hold on, Jesus Christ. I was in a marriage where the man led, and he led us into the ground. Like,
Yeah.
That was him.
you're right. And
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
was
saying
him.
that every person is like that, but I was that person that thought that they're like I really didn't have a voice in the relationship. I feel like there are plenty of men, especially people who call themselves Christians,
Got you.
who lead by such a harsh example, and they expect women to just submit to everything that they say.
Yeah.
They want them to just follow them to
Ends of the
even
earth.
to the ends of the earth, and don't understand what true leadership is. I feel like any good, smart woman will follow a good man who knows how to lead.
Mhm.
If you know your man is not a good leader, then you should not be following him.
Yeah.
And that's a fact, you know. I only say that based off of my own experience. I feel like for me, I have a strong personality. So I would have to require a man who can handle me. But I do not want to be the leader in my relationship. I want my man to lead me.
Okay, I have a two-counter question.
Go ahead.
Well, you kind of already answered the first one. You'd rather the man to lead, correct?
Yes.
So that answers the first question. The second, if you see that he's underperforming or he's not leading up to what your standard is, or he's not taking on the role, are you? And then Tasha, you can answer this too. Are you willing to try and not coach him up, but get him to where he needs to be, so that
Absolutely.
you can?
Absolutely.
I'm wanting to follow you, be the leader. I'm trying to show you how to lead me.
Men have egos, and I understand that.
Mhm.
That is one thing I won't pretend that I don't understand that. say if my man didn't make as much money as me,
Okay.
I'm even the type of woman who knows, like, if he's like, man, babe, like, say, for example, I'm giving you just an example of something that actually happened. We had to go out with other couples as part of, like, the work situation, and he really didn't have any money.
Gotcha.
So, I had money. Of course, we were married, but still, you know, like, we had separate accounts, but it's not like someone was like, oh, you can't go to my account or anything like that. So I just gave him my card prior to, and that way he could pay. You know, I feel like I did not want
That's
to,
great.
you know what I mean? As a man, I understand their ego.
Yeah, the look, the
But
optics.
I would definitely, like, you have to, as a man, you have to be willing to listen to your significant other when she does come to you and tell you, hey, this may not be the best decision. You know, you've done this has been done 4 times and it's not been successful. Maybe we should go back to the drawing board. You should be open to listening to what she has to say. And I just feel like a lot of times I don't find men that are like that. They don't want to listen. They don't want to hear. They want to just, like, rule over you. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Do you remember the question?
No.
Basically,
You're like,
yes.
she watching everything but the
She's so lit.
She's like,
I'm like,
man,
yeah.
Absolutely,
these
girl.
bubbles is bubbling.
Basically, he was just saying, like, are you the type of person that will come to your man and be like, hey, you know,
Are you this one here? I would love to know.
Finish.
no, that was it.
Am I supposed to become my man?
Yeah, like when are you the type of person that's like, oh, I'm gonna just let him do whatever, or are you gonna come to
No.
him
Are
and
you
be
gonna
like, hey,
leave?
listen,
Like, I'm not putting up
hey,
with this.
can
I'm
you
gonna
do this
voice
like
my
this?
concerns. You said,
Yeah.
am I gonna leave?
Like some women, as the devil's advocate is like, oh, this fool can't lead. I'm out. I'm
Yeah.
not willing to try and help him and coach him. So I'm out. If you can't, there's some women that subscribe to, oh, well, if you're already not a leader, men should already know how to lead. If you don't know how to lead, it's not my job. I'm not your mom. It's not my job to coach you. You
That's
should already
real.
lead.
I mean,
And they
that's
dip.
real.
I'm not.
You know, so if you really love him, you know, if you're down for him, you can try to help him through his thing and coach him.
Yeah, now I'm wondering, Tash.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because there's a difference. There's a difference between not wanting to and then you dip and him being too stubborn to learn and then you dip.
Correct.
Which I can understand the latter.
Yeah.
Here she
That's
go.
a tricky situation.
Yeah. I think
So you
have
want
be
me
in
to
it.
lead you in order for you to be able to lead? Is that what you're saying?
But that's the thing. I honestly believe that women are the leaders in their relationships and marriages, but they're like the vice president. You know what I'm saying? Advising the president. You know what I mean? I really do believe that because women are by nature very good at, like, multitasking and making things work.
Oh,
and,
they
you
know
know
how
what
to
I mean?
manage,
By
for
nature,
sure.
yes, they're
Women are great
managers
managers.
naturally.
Yeah.
So I feel like in the long run, I know and well enough to know that a man has an ego, but I am the type of person that's willing to work with him in a serious relationship. If it was something that we're just dating and I realized that this person is a leader, I'd be like, you, Tash, I'm out. Like, I don't have time for this.
I think it just depends on the situation.
Yeah.
It's like, if you need me to push you the way every single time, are you really the leader at this point?
Depends how
Or
much you
am I?
care about him, though.
That's true.
Yeah, but you want to be the leader, right?
That's true, but I may not know how to
But
lead.
you're not. Well, then you.
Or I don't know how to lead you. I don't know how you want to be led. So that's a communication thing, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think it should be an ongoing thing. As far as if you want to be the leader in this relationship,
Yeah.
if I'm always having to lead you to teach you how to lead, that's kind of what your father figure or whoever that is in your life is for. I shouldn't have to step into a
Yeah, he
relationship
might
and
not
be
have
like
it.
your mom.
He might not
Figure.
have a father figure.
Therapy.
Exactly. And that's something, honestly,
Yeah.
more black men need to be emotionally aware of themselves, and therapy is something that is necessary in certain instances. You know?
So you can't expect me to be your licensed therapist.
Yeah.
Okay, so my comment is I'm all for therapy. I think that your significant other is your first therapist.
Ooh. You know
That's
what?
heavy
though?
on
That's
them.
where
No,
that
no,
is.
no, no.
Yes.
I know what you're saying.
Like, instead of me going, it makes no sense. My wife. I feel like to me, it makes no sense for me to go straight there. Because
therapist?
I'm all about
I get what
the
you're
devil's
saying.
advocate and I'm all about retrospective thought process. So I'm thinking if I'm a woman I could also be thinking, well, I'm your wife. Like, why didn't you just come and tell me? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know you had these problems.
That makes sense.
I would have went with you to therapy.
Tell me.
I would have helped you find a therapist.
Yeah,
you
she
know,
can go
we
with
could
you
have
to
worked
therapy.
through this first, and then if therapy is the best option for you or for us, then we go do therapy. But you know, I feel like your significant other is your first therapist because a lot of things that you unpack and you take home.
Yeah,
I feel like that's so heavy.
Like
on
you
that
have to
person,
go
though.
through the house first before you get.
It can be.
Yeah,
but I think I get what you mean by that because you want to be able to trust that person with your thoughts.
Yes.
With like how you because it is hard. I don't know what it feels like to be a man, especially a black man in this world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know that stress and that pressure. And one thing I will say, you know why I got divorced. But one thing I will say is that I wish I would have understood that more. I wish I would have been able to understand. I'm not a black man, but I didn't realize the pressure that men are under a lot of times, especially black men. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I feel like come to me with your problems. Yes, absolutely. But can I help you through that?
Yeah.
I may not be able to.
Correct. And you
I'm
may
not
not
expecting you to be able to.
What if you marry a white woman? She may not be able to relate to you.
I mean, that's a big one. That's a really big one.
I'm not asking her to solve it. I'm just asking her to be there.
To be there, absolutely, she should be there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think an actual therapist is still what you would need at the end of the day.
You know what I think? You should also, if you know that you like one thing what you just said is I'm not asking you to solve it, I'm asking you to be there. You should also verbalize how you'd like for them to be there for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want me to give you an answer and you're like, I'm looking for answers, I'm like, well, I didn't know that. Now I'm offended and you're not helped. So I just thought about that. Like, let's talk to each other about how we could, because sometimes I just want to talk and that's it. Just give me a hug and let's.
Sometimes I just need an ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
I know that, then okay, great. I'm definitely gonna give you that ear.
Yeah.
But,
no, now I feel like
that's a dark place.
I know. Okay. What about do you think it's a turnoff for you, Kevin? Women who are like, I don't need no man.
Yeah. I guess we're moving to our main topic then.
Yeah.
It's a turn off.
I don't need no man. I can do this by myself.
Period.
Turn off. She got her own house.
Work hard.
She cooks. She clean. She don't smell like
onion rings. Damn.
I mean, that's it.
Onions smell kind of good.
Yeah, we do.
Maybe like raw onion too is meaning.
I don't know.
But
I don't like
something
onion
else
rings.
crazy in that song? He said something like, come out. He said something
Range
out of
Rover
line.
all white like a toe tips.
It got ratchet. I don't know.
She got a pretty smile. Smell real good. Only time she mad for that good jug.
What's jug?
That's good, Jug.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that is.
A good jug. Is that a Louisiana thing? Like, sir.
I can't.
Man.
You can.
Man, is it a turn off?
Yeah.
I don't need no man. I don't know. The word turn off is just different for me because then that would assume that I was even interested in her.
Oh.
I might not even be interested.
Like,
but
having me.
I can also think like, even if I'm not interested in her, like, well, I'm definitely not if she's saying that.
Yeah.
I just feel like she's in denial with herself. She just hurt.
Yeah, I think that's what I heard people say.
That's what I heard people. People. I think that's an automatic response. I don't need no man. You just saying that because you've been failed earlier on in a past relationship or a past instance. So you feel like
someone's been failed.
if you don't need no man, hey, that's fine.
I think men don't want women who are not dependent on them. I feel like men, they say all these things, but the truth is like, if you really don't need him, then they feel like you're no use. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what can I do for you then? If you can do everything on your own, what can you know?
That's what men feel about women?
That's how I feel. And someone wrote that, like, on one of our things. He said something to the extent of, some guys don't like the I don't need you attitude.
Yeah, let me provide.
Okay.
Just let me.
So you want to provide?
I mean, that's what
So that's typically what you
want. I think the guy's innate,
Does that mean you want to pay all the bills? That's what provide means. So
Exactly.
What
Or the
dictionary?
majority, or the
Yeah.
majority of
a majority,
What dictionary?
80-20?
What the Webster's?
I think that's a whole other podcast right there.
Oh,
No, it's not. It's this
Same.
podcast. So you want
This-
to provide or not?
Exactly.
We're still trying to find out what lyric that Boozy said that was crazy.
You didn't answer
I
the
I'm
thought-
trying to remember. I'm literally sitting there thinking like,
Right, that's
something
really the
disrespectful.
real question that we need to find out.
So you're a 50-50 type guy, aren't you?
I really don't mind.
The way you said
I'm
it.
really just about carrying equal load.
Your
Equal
face.
load. So you're a contributor.
Yeah.
Okay, so now provider.
Ooh,
Yeah.
getting a little spicy.
As long as it's 50. I feel like I want things to be fair.
One thing to be fair.
However that looks in our household, every household is different. Whatever that looks in our household, she's the worst. Like,
It's just when we talk about finances, y'all switch up real quick from that provider.
So which
I've seen a
one
lot of
is it?
women that just are so about that. Oh, he paying for everything. And then some dudes, they like doing that.
Yeah.
Me, I just can't. I can't get with that. I always feel like she's getting over on me or something.
Dang, you shouldn't feel that way.
I really feel like
What
they're
if she's
getting
a
over
stay-at-home
on me.
mom and she's the one that takes care of the children and you
That's
go
why
to
it's a
work?
household thing. Everybody's situation is different.
True.
So whatever our 50-50 looks like, that could be an 80-20. So my 80 is picking up the slack. You know? Not just I'm taking 80 of everything. My 80 is, okay, you can't do here. I'm picking that up. And what I can't do, she picks up.
We want to pay that rent.
You know what? This bottle is still full. You're friends with her.
That head's freaking hilarious.
How about the joke? Oh my god.
Let me know.
Woo.
Okay.
Okay.
I came from a marriage where the majority of the bills were paid by my ex, and that's just facts, you know. But that's because of the way he was raised. But he didn't treat me accordingly. I definitely made less money through our marriage or whatever, but I did everything also, but I still also had to have a job. I also worked 40 hours a week, but I was also expected to do everything as well. And that's not fair,
At
you
all.
know? I don't care if you're paying all the bills or the majority of the bills. It's hard, and just because you work more than me or more hours than me or whatever, I have to do absolutely everything else. It's not fair, you know? Typically, I would like to be with a man who does the majority of the providing, you know? But we also have to be realistic because now Black women, I think as a statistic, it says that we, in terms of our education, we are the most educated minority group. And exactly, so we're gonna be the ones with more income. It depends though. So we have to be understanding that we're gonna probably meet men who make less than us, and that's just
that is
a fact.
Facts.
You know,
that is more common now.
So what are we looking for?
It is.
It is. It really is.
Well, I don't feel like I make that much anyways. So I feel like most people I
You
date
feel like that, but
make
remember, only a
as
certain
much
amount of
as
people
me
even make
more.
$50,000 a year.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know, and that number gets smaller for Black men. Black
Yeah.
men get paid less money when they are college educated than white men who only have high school diplomas.
It's
Come
wild.
on, source
Wild.
at the bottom of the podcast.
Wild.
You know, out of line. Out of
line.
facts, you know.
Source Washington.
So it's hard and it's source Washington.
That's what it is.
Facts, you know. So I just feel like we have to understand that. And again, I want my man, I want to feel secure. I want to feel like he has me no matter what. I don't mind a 50-50 household. I really
I don't
don't.
mind at all.
That'd be great. But
Amazing. Like,
yeah.
my life will be lit.
I wouldn't mind that at all. But just know that you need to be 50-50 in the household too. Like you need to be also helping
Absolutely.
with kids, dishes, dinner, everything. You know.
I feel like at the bare minimum, we
I'm
should
talking
make each
about
other's lives
Yeah.
easier, not harder.
Correct.
Coming
Yeah.
together.
It's like,
Right.
of course, you have to be understanding. Like, if you're doing, like, even if you're making less, but you have a lot more to do, I have to understand that too. You know, it's give me a break when I need it too. You know, vice
Facts.
versa. It just kind of, you know, just work well with each other.
Men's egos just be getting in the way.
They really do.
You know.
Talk to your manses.
Like,
Please.
take the floor.
That's really what it is. Our egos just be getting in the way.
It really does.
That's all it is. We're not willing to relinquish that role.
No,
We're
you're really not.
insecure if we're not financially up to par to our counterparts. So we're very insecure about that. She's making more. I'm not telling my boys that. Oh, sorry, Nicole making more than you. Okay, bet.
Dang. I wouldn't. Damn.
Kev, you picked up the tab? Oh, wait, you ain't got Nicole card tonight. You know, we're the butt of the joke. We don't want to go home to that.
Aw. But I mean, if you have a good woman, she's not going to ever make you feel that way, you know?
I mean, of course we know that, but that's what we're dealing with internally, you know?
Yeah.
Speaking of, have you ever had or dated a woman that like threw her independence in your face and was like, you know what, I can do this without you anyways?
Oh,
like,
nah. Kevin don't do that.
Never?
No, Kevin don't
You
do
never
that.
on a
Whoa,
first
third
date
person.
with somebody like that?
First of all, Killer Kevin don't do that.
Third
You never on a first
person.
date where you felt like she was leading with her independence?
Like
No.
she threw her Louis on the table that she got on her birthday.
No.
So I can throw my Louis in the table.
Exactly, like she got on her birthday.
I mean,
I ain't buying that. I can throw it on the table.
I've seen a couple like that, but yeah, they just don't make it far with me.
Mm.
I don't know.
Oh,
That's just
okay. Oh.
Killer Kevin not doing that.
You're not playing.
Yeah, what else?
Next time we're gonna get Killer Kev t-shirt. You need to get those
We
t-shirts
are.
made. Killer Kev
Yeah.
wearing it. Like,
I would wear that.
yeah, wearing
I'm
it.
working on it. I'm working on merch.
I like
Get that
that.
merchandise together.
Please.
Really working
I
on
wanna wear it.
So have you ever seen it though, where a friend of yours
Yeah.
had a girl that was like always throwing her like, you know how girls are, you ain't shit and I'm doing this.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Seen it.
Yeah, bro.
Okay,
Seen it.
that is embarrassing. Like,
So
you
embarrassing.
seen it
I have
happen?
seen it. There was no air left in the building because she grabbed all of it.
Oh.
Oh, and then
How did he react? He was just quiet,
He
or
was like,
Oh.
because she grabbed it all.
I think the only way that you can react to that is calling her the B word. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to just come up with something and how can I hurt her?
Or be
Call her
like,
bitch.
She's drunk. Get her. Y'all come get her. She just drunk. You know.
Nah, that's at home. I bet that's a whole nother conversation. 'Cause,
yeah.
you know what? This is my big thing is don't yell at me in public, and I'm not gonna yell at you. Don't do
Oh,
that.
gosh.
I will walk away. Like, don't do that. Like,
I wouldn't want. I feel like you
Disrespect.
wouldn't either want a man that would even let you talk to him like that.
no, I wouldn't.
Like,
I would be a plaything.
he would be way too weak.
Yeah, he'd be a
Like,
plaything. Like, all right, I'm
I
done
feel
with
like y'all
this.
like being yelled at.
Being yelled at?
Hmm.
Kinda
No,
put
we
you in
like
your
a
place.
firm, like.
It depends.
I
Like, if you
mean-
tell me no,
Shut up. I feel like nobody just really, you gotta be paying attention to what she be saying. It goes real quick to Tashayla, like,
Shayla.
it go, you gotta
He
watch.
loves calling me that. And I'm
Does
like,
that
I
right?
like that name.
Tashayla, she love it.
There's a Shayla watching right now. Like, what the fuck do you
Shayla.
mean?
Mhm. You really gotta pay attention. We need subtitles.
I would have like
It's
yelling at me.
true.
I like a man that's firm.
Really firm.
and-
Because I can do the
Yeah.
most sometimes and be like, Nicole, I said no. Oh.
Oh.
Mhm.
Already then.
Exactly. I told y'all last time, I was like, he told me no. And he was straight up. And he wasn't mean. He wasn't loud. He was very firm. And he said no. And I was like, okay, I'm going to listen.
Yes.
I'm like, exactly.
I like saying no. I feel like that's just, there's power in no.
Mm.
I just don't like giving women the automatic satisfaction.
You don't like getting the automatic satisfaction?
No. Just no. I have no problem saying that.
I'm just thinking about someone who, like, when you don't get something that you want, it makes it more like, I'm going to get
I'm
it.
gonna get that.
Yeah.
She clearly dreamt of
She
this.
is so lit. I
She's
love it.
smart. Yeah, she
I'm
is
there
lit.
for it.
She is. She is.
So Shay, have you ever done that though? Have you ever thrown your independence in a man's face?
I don't feel like I have. Like, nothing I can, like, recall.
Or like when you ate that steak dinner in old boy's face? Like that?
That was independence. He was broke as hell. Like, he shouldn't have
Gosh,
taken me
she
there.
could be watching this.
And he should be.
He
'cause
chose
you don't
to take
do
me
that.
there.
You,
Right,
you
you
don't
don't
choose
do that.
to take her to a fancy restaurant
Right.
and then tell her while you're there that you don't have money. Sir, what?
So why did you take me there?
Exactly. So
Exactly.
she proceeded to order her independent
Yeah.
steak.
Period.
She got her own
Like,
steak.
you ain't
She
shit.
got
She got her own steak.
She got her own car.
Oh my
Well, hell no.
God.
That's.
What?
I mean, you didn't flaunt it, but it's like, sir,
Right.
you brought me here to
I
eat.
was just
I'm gonna eat.
hungry, period.
Yeah. I think I have before, and I realized that it's probably not the best thing to do because a man does want to be
I
wanted.
realized later.
Yeah.
I realized later.
I realized later that
I
wasn't
once,
cool.
and I soon regretted it.
Yeah, it wasn't soon. Like, a few months down the
Later
line.
on.
Few months
Yeah,
down.
I was like, oh, that probably wasn't a nice thing to do.
Probably shouldn't do that.
But it was because he wanted to be in charge, he wanted to be the provider, he was doing too much. And I'm like, yo, you're making me hot. Like, I'm, like, I could do I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that you do have to let a man feel like he's wanted or he's needed, my bad, you know what I mean? But,
Okay.
I'm sure he's ruining somebody's life right now, but I mean, whatever.
I'm sure he's ruining.
He is.
I remember I dated a guy, and I remember I told you about him. He was very like, he wanted to be alpha male or whatever. And
Yeah.
he was real passionate about like, I want like my wife to stay at home and take care of the children. And I was like, huh?
No, I'm not.
I
No.
was like, excuse me? It's like, I didn't go to college and get this debt
To stay at home.
Right.
I know women like that. I'm like, you went to college to be a mom, a stay-at-home mom?
Like,
What if he makes well over 6 figures?
I would be cool with that now, like
And he
thinking about
wants
it in
to, like, that's what he
retrospective.
wants.
Then I'm
for
good
his
with
wife.
that. As
Like,
long as
he
he's a
wants
good
his
leader, cool.
As long as he's
What time
really able to
should I have
support
dinner on the
us,
table?
yeah. Once they really to support us,
Yeah.
I would be fine with like making that.
Yes,
sacrifice.
that's what
Correct.
he wants for you. He wants you to be at home.
And
He
I
wants
want
you
to be
watch
a
the
mom,
kids.
so it really wouldn't be a problem for me.
I think after
in the
though,
long
after they
run.
get to the ages of like
school age, yeah,
I need to
You
go
gotta
back
go
to
back to
work.
work.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
do this for
yeah,
it's
like
fun, but no
Yeah.
thanks. I was stay-at-home mom for 2 years, and
How was that?
I honestly definitely see the difference between my son and daughter. My daughter, I had more time with her. I was literally her only teacher. I'm gonna tell you one thing. It's very boring. It's a boring life. You have to literally set up a schedule for yourself, or else it's just haywire.
Fall apart.
So that's what I did. I had to set up a schedule for myself, and even taking into consideration like self-time, like working out or whatever.
Self-care.
But yeah, it was cool. But I was ready to get back in the game. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it was cool. But you are the best person to teach your own child, to feed your own child, to like, especially Black children. We need to be careful with them, especially at young ages. And they get that one-on-one attention, and it really does show. So I'm an advocate for being a stay-at-home mom if you can be one.
right.
But after that, after those few years, you're ready to go back to work.
Yeah, that has to be
It's
an
boring.
option from the beginning. Kevin, would you want to like, when you get married, would you want your wife to be a stay-at-home mom? Or
No, because I feel like I know if she's like me, then she want to be out there in the field. I think she'd want to go be getting her own. That's
Yeah.
why I like independent woman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, interdependence. Like she's an independent.
So you
as
like
far
independent
as,
women?
I like her having independent characteristics.
Okay.
Whatever she wants to get that she wants, she's more than welcome to go get that. You know.
You like her having independent characteristics?
There's some things that I literally just
Independent?
cannot give her, or she just prefers I don't.
Mm-hmm.
And if she wants to do that, that's cool. Like I'm all for that. Whatever makes you happy. There's things that I want to go get. I do that on my own. There's things that you want to go after that you got to do that's on your own. Then you do that. Like what the feeling of accomplishment that you got something. If I buy you a car, I bought it. That was a gift.
Yeah.
There's you bought a
pretty
house. You post those things. Those are accomplishments.
Yeah.
So you can't ever be independent if you're always having things bought for you or done for you.
That's
so if
true.
my woman wants to go buy
That's
her
nice of
a
her.
car, she bought it.
But
She's
for
like,
me,
yeah, I bought this. You know what I'm saying? Like this is something that I did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give her that independence. I'm not taking that away from her. And some guys want to take all of that because that's what they feel like their innate role is. I have to have control, and they're not willing to relinquish that.
That is wow. That's crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
That's not
Like I don't care.
That is crazy. Yeah.
I don't care you want to be doing these things.
Yeah.
This is my role. Like, you're taking that away from me is what
This
we
is
feel
crazy
like.
what you just said. I literally when I would try to go out and do other things, like when I went try to go back to school, no help, but I helped him. When I tried to do I started out this track club. It was everything I tried to do was
because all of that you're doing looks like it's attempts to take away my
correct
control.
That's crazy.
My power.
Yeah, it was already over before that, but that just was like a nail in a coffin. Even when I wanted to get a new car, I was like, I think we need a new car. I'm the one transporting the kids more. It everything was a problem. I remember his dad. We got into it after that, and his dad was like, "She's gonna leave you," and he told and I mean, it is what it is.
You don't listen to your dad at that point, then It's on you.
You're here to stay.
Her and this Rose.
Let me ask you this then. Have you ever met a woman who was so dependent on, like, she wasn't independent? Like, maybe she was just always needing you for something or needy in general. Is that a turn on for you?
With the rent?
Yeah, Kevin, he just. I heard girls ask for bills paid when they first meet dudes. Like, excuse me?
Again, Kevin doing that.
Do you know guys like that?
For a serious relationship, you wouldn't help her with the rent?
I mean, if she needs help, then yeah. But
Yeah.
not
I
off the
would
bat.
never ask.
Not off the
Anybody.
bat,
I would never.
but not a repetitive thing either.
Yeah.
Because now you're not going to have me
Wait a
confused
minute.
with an ATM.
Yeah.
That's what I'm not.
That's fact.
I don't even like asking for money from family. Like me and
Period.
Nicole have
I
like borrowed
do.
money.
We'll
from
do
each
that,
other,
yeah,
but
we'll
we're
be
like,
right
we'll
back.
have it back by Thursday.
Yeah.
There's never been a time where we didn't see each other.
Never.
Get back.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
would
feel
never
comfortable
do
asking
that.
people for money at all. Like that's my.
I don't either, but I know, like, if it's something where I know, I'm like, I just need this for this. Like, if
Yeah, for a couple of days
know,
or
then I'll,
whatever.
yeah.
Like, we literally exchange money. Like
All the time.
literally, like we
Yeah.
send it right back to each other. But
yeah, I've never asked a man to pay a bill ever. Now, I have had a man pay a bill.
He offered
two.
to pay it.
Correct.
he
I know,
offered.
right?
And the reason why was because I was going through my divorce. I literally had no help whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when he was like, if you divorce me, I'm going to, like, leave you with nothing. He meant it, like, every word.
Mhm.
So I was, like, struggling trying to find, I knew I was like, I need to make this much money. I need to find a job. It was rough. So, and he knew about, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't scratch you. He knew about it. So he actually offered to help, you know, and I did appreciate him for that in that time frame, but I never asked, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Never asked though.
Okay.
Not that time.
Me, have I had a man pay for a bill?
Yeah.
No. Never had a man pay for a bill for me. No, I've never asked.
Would you? Like, if you were
If
in
offered?
a serious relationship and
You
you
know
needed
she's
a little bit
taking
of
it.
help.
Absolutely, I'm taking it.
No, she heard my login.
What did I?
You say, "Where's my login?"
My login and password is this. Like, what?
Has a woman ever paid a bill for you?
No.
What? Has a woman ever paid for a date?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. They just wanted to, you know. I always try to take it. They insisted
They
on
wanted
taking it.
to?
Yeah.
I've never
Okay,
like offered to pay
Kevin.
for a date. I've
What you show up looking like?
Right.
Smelling good. I see you.
Okay.
She was like, I'm paying for this.
Player.
This
Roses
is
ain't the
tonight.
only thing I bring.
I'm paying for this D tonight. Okay.
What did she get after date though?
Oh man, next episode.
Did she get the baloney
Next
pony?
episode.
Like, let us know.
The baloney.
And did she get the
pony.
baloney pony? The sausage express.
This is why I can't
That
wait.
special D? A special vitamin D?
The killer cat.
So you get that Kevin
Exactly.
here.
Oh my God.
Did she?
The
She paid for
baloney
it.
pony. I gotta steal that. I can't with her. Woo, jeez. Oh man.
Saying if you're paying for it.
No, I don't think she got the baloney pony.
Dang. She didn't get nothing from that. I just like her.
Not the baloney pony.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Y'all,
God.
I was in a sex shop one time with my friend, and it was called, oh my God. Oh, what was it called? I'm gonna think about this.
Where was
It
it?
was think about it.
We were looking at like a Priscilla's or something like that.
I would just about to say Priscilla.
Yes, and it was so funny. It was like, oh, the Pipe Dream Extreme.
The pipe dream? Oh,
Extreme. So she would get a pipe dream extreme. I literally was in there crying tears. Like, what? I don't need to go to shops like that.
Kevin,
It was so funny.
The pipe dream.
Extreme.
I'm trying to digest it as it's being spoken again. It's the extreme for me.
It's extreme.
Like, are there stores that are just pipe dream and then they have like the deluxe
No,
stores?
it's extreme.
So
We got more than the average store.
More.
More in store.
I was like, "Whoa, look at that!" I was like,
Extra measure for your pleasure.
Aww.
Would you dare? Please.
Tasha, you'll have to play play that back to see
Right,
what happened. All right.
Jeez.
Sweet.
I
Have you
can't.
ever given flowers on a first date, like to a girl?
Man, you know what? I'm not beyond that. I tried to. My plan was for Valentine's. I was gonna do that,
For
and it was like a real chill thing though. It wasn't like
For
romantic.
who?
Yeah, it was like a real chill meetup though. Like I didn't have a Valentine, so I just asked her.
Whisper it.
Aww.
But I was gonna go because she didn't have one. I didn't have one, so it was just a real chill meetup. But I was gonna get her flowers because I'm like, well, you agreed to be my Valentine, so
Yeah.
I was gonna give her flowers.
Why didn't
Wow.
Yeah, it just didn't. You know, we had to reschedule, so things didn't line up.
Dang, that's
So you
stupid.
didn't have a Valentine's after all?
I mean, she still was. Just
Are
it
you,
was like a
are you
platonic
guys still talking?
Valentine. We don't talk.
Oh.
It was
What?
more. Yeah.
Right.
High cream extreme?
Do that face again? Like what?
High cream extremer.
Like dream extreme?
Slow mo.
So maybe that's what that was. Okay.
Right. Is that what that was?
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's cool.
Aw.
Dang. I mean, that's nice.
Aww. Don't talk anymore.
I mean, we never talked. It wasn't like that.
Was she independent?
It was like a
Right,
friend
was she
Valentine's
independent?
thing. I guess she is. I don't know. She cool people. We're really just cool.
Okay.
Just cool?
Yeah,
Like cool, like just friends, or cool, like
cool
you
friends.
sit on your face, or
Oh my.
Kevin. Wait, she did?
No, she's not sitting on
Oh, I
my
was
face.
like, what? You got quiet.
I was like, Kevin.
I don't know. Nicole could tell more about that. She's.
Wait.
I thought you were the face sitter.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Oh.
Let's wait a minute. Let's rewind.
Let's dive into that, actually.
I was talking about how I knew a Kevin who is advised that he doesn't go downtown. Okay. Tash was like, you should have picked up your purse and left, immediately.
Let's dive into that. Hold on.
We were talking about that. Let's rewind.
Whoa.
I never saw him his face, but I never. Not his. No, it was that guy. It was the Kevin guy.
Okay.
He was young and sweet
Okay.
and
Oh.
okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Jeez.
But I definitely did it before, but not to him. It was kind of weird. I don't like
That
it.
was really weird.
I don't like
remember
it.
that guy.
My dream extreme.
Oh, I didn't get the pipe dream from him.
Yeah.
Dang, it was just a dream.
Just a dream. It wasn't even really a dream.
Oh, nightmare.
More than I knew. Who says that, sir?
It'll be a
this is
pipe dream. A nightmare.
That's not the song.
That's not it.
No.
Dang.
Not even close. Kevin.
Kevin, do you have a love interest?
No.
No.
Shut up. You're lying.
You're lying. You like somebody, Kevin.
Nah,
You
I got
have
nothing.
to.
Okay, so
Nothing? Nobody?
I have.
Not with those
yeah,
eyelashes.
I have.
Look at his eyelashes.
Right?
They're so pretty.
Aww.
Can I put mascara on your eyelashes?
No.
A
Okay.
little beard. Okay. Let me see you. Trying to connect.
Yeah, I have a. I got a little.
She said trying, but go on.
Yeah, I have a. I always say it's a love interest, but I have a chick I've been pursuing for a while. I wouldn't say it's like serious, or I don't even know if it's getting anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like a little distant dream.
Oh,
But
agree.
we keep in contact. It's been like an ongoing thing for since like 2014. Since I moved here.
2014?
She used to live here, and then she moved to go to pharmacy school in Connecticut. So she hasn't been back since. But
Dang.
I just hate that I did not act when I had the chance when she was here.
It's never too late.
It's not.
It's not.
Hopefully she'll move back. But we text here and there. She knows what's up.
Does she know you like her?
Yeah, I hope so. She
does
don't.
now.
I like you.
Oh.
You know?
You know what?
Did you get her a rose?
No.
You should.
What? You
No,
got us a rose?
what?
We were regular
Send her
smuggler.
flowers.
and
She's
then
a
girl.
Pisces.
Send her flowers.
Perfect.
Yeah, send her flowers.
I thought about it.
You should.
Should.
You really should.
From
That's
a Pisces
always a
to a
great
Pisces,
thing.
we love it. What? I wanted to
Clearly.
cry when I see the rose.
Really?
Hey.
Clearly.
I'm like,
Until I realized you got one for Nicole.
Until
yeah.
you only got one. Fail.
But that's always a good thing. Like if someone sends you roses, like you should send her some.
Okay, so you want to know what I did do?
What?
This is how far I'm willing to go. When I had a nice little cash flow coming in
Okay.
over quarantine.
Rolling.
So I was like, I haven't had a chance to go on a lot of dates lately or just do anything nice. So I just wanted to know if I still had it. Like, can I do nice things? Like, am I successful at making these things happen?
Okay.
I just like to do nice things for people. So one of my best friends from high school, her best friend, she was like, "Oh my God, you should talk to her today or whatever." But she lives in Dallas, so I hadn't got to meet her yet. I met her, but I hadn't got to meet her yet. So we talked over like Instagram and stuff, like nothing too serious. But I was paying attention. I watched her stories. So she had posted like one of those get to know you, like ask a question, and people ask questions about her. So she had posted, somebody said, "What are your favorite flowers?" So she said roses and peonies. Screenshotted it. And this is back in February. This is like February 2019. Back in February.
19?
Screenshotted it, yeah. 2020. No. Yeah.
Okay.
2019.
2020.
2020. Last year.
2020.
Aww.
I think it was February 2020. Screenshotted it. And then somebody said something about, if you could build like the perfect man, what would you do? And she put like a picture of a Build-A-Bear, and then she listed like the qualities. And then I also knew she was like a huge Harry Potter fanatic.
Hey, love the Harry Potter.
So my plan was
I'm crazy about it.
I've only watched the first movie. I'm not like a Harry Potter guy.
Yeah, I can tell.
Finally watched it. Yeah, I'm not
He's
like
a Slytherin.
Hufflepuff or not a Dumbledore type of guy either.
Calm down. Like, you know what you're talking about?
Whoa.
Go ahead.
Anyways.
Yeah, I don't like Harry
Make me
Potter,
upset.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So my plan was
Go on.
Channeling your inner Malfoy, I see.
I know you did not call me Malfoy.
Well.
Okay, I'm a Gryffindor.
Are you now?
Period.
Are you
Go
now?
on, though.
What a Gryffindor.
Go on.
All right.
Check is like a what?
Oh, what?
So I had plans. I was unsuccessful with this part, but I had planned to make a Build-A-Bear, a Harry Potter Build-A-Bear, and send it to her. And then like write a little notes like, well, hopefully he has these qualities, blah, blah, blah. So then I knew her birthday was coming around. So I asked my best friend. So my best friend and her best friend, she's a hairdresser.
Okay.
So she was like, yeah, you should do something special for her. I was like, oh, I got something planned. So she had told me, okay, well, she's coming to get her hair done at my shop the day before her birthday. So she's having a dinner on her birthday, but she's coming to see me to get her hair the day before. So I wouldn't tell her. I'm like, I'm not telling you. I want to just be a surprise. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. This is back in like March. So she told me where she's gonna have the dinner. I was like, yeah, just tell me that. I'm not gonna get her address or anything. So I ended up sending her. I asked her what time was the appointment. She was like 12:30. So I sent Tips Treats in Dallas. I called the Tips Treats in Dallas. I ordered it. Boom. I was like, I don't know what cookie she likes. Ordered some Tips Treats. And then I ordered enough because I was like, well, if it's at the shop, there's other women there. So I'm going to get enough because everybody
To share. Oh my God.
And that's like the home run. Like, oh my gosh, I want a cookie. Like, that just sells the point. You got to think. You got to think ahead. It's not just for her. It's for everybody. You got to win the crowd. So she was like freaking out. Like, oh my God, who sent these? So I had to tell her. I was like, okay, fine, it's me. But yeah, they were there waiting for her while she was getting her hair done. Dude came in like, is there so-and-so here? She was like, that's me. Wrote anonymous. I was like, oh, I heard it was your birthday.
Anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
I had to put my whole name on there. What you mean?
So my friend
picture
knew.
of me.
Yeah, my
Like,
friend
no,
knew.
raw.
Me pointing to myself.
My friend knew, but she told me that she wasn't gonna.
We all read this.
But anyways, yeah. So I sent her the Tips Treats, and she thought that was it. So then the day after for her actual birthday, I called to verify what restaurant she was at. And I had to call. I called like 5 different flower shops because they didn't have peonies in season. I finally found one. Got the floral arrangements. I was like, yeah, I need like a couple dozen roses, and I need these peonies. Like, I gotta have them. They're specific. Had them sent to the restaurant. Nobody put anything. She had a whole floral arrangement on the table as she came
So
in.
embarrassing. Huge flowers.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Dinner.
Yeah, I just know. No.
Yo, did it work out with
That's a lot.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, this was just. I wanted to show that I could do this.
But could you do that with somebody who? Were you hoping that it was going to work out between the two of you?
I mean, I'm not like a long distance guy.
Kevin,
Why are we doing all that?
I'm done.
I wanted to make an impression.
I mean, I
In
get
case
but
it happened to go, I at least wanted to make a good first
Do you like
impression.
anybody right now that's like actually a real chance with?
Not in Houston, no.
Not
Dang.
interesting.
Mm.
Dang. What are you doing all that for? Like,
Exactly.
I just like to do nice things for people.
That's okay. I get that, but
like,
like,
you do nice things.
don't you want people
My
to do
rip
nice
coming up
things
on the
for you?
first.
I got roses.
I know, but
You
don't you want people to do
did.
nice things for you too?
Aww.
Kevin, regardless of what you say, I feel like
You got roses.
you are meant to be with someone
Yeah.
long term,
I
serious.
believe that.
I think you're meant to be a husband. I do.
She's gonna be so lucky when you put
Yeah.
that energy into her.
No, I believe that. That's why I'm very picky.
Yeah, you should be.
I think women
Because not
see
everyone deserves
that,
that.
and I'm like, yeah. So I just kind of be chilling.
That's okay.
You're very picky, like how. I mean,
I'm just very selective. I feel like a lot of my situationships or encounters, it has to be a situationship if I want to try to build something with you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, a lot of women just come to approach me because they see those qualities. And I don't like to settle. So I feel like if I got with any one of these women, it would be I'm trying to get myself to like you as much as you're liking me. You know, I have to build myself up.
Okay.
It's more, I like the chase. I want to win you over.
Okay.
So if you came and approached me, off the bat, I already know you're feeling me. I want that mystery. Like, is she feeling me? You know, she's giving me a little something, but she's not selling it all. You know?
Okay.
It's clear
I see
that
what you're
some of the
saying.
women want to get with me. Like,
I get liking the
They'd be like,
chase,
"Oh, you
but
never
I just
took
want
me on a
somebody
date."
that like clearly is showing that they don't really want you. Like
Yeah. I'm not gonna approach a man. Period. Like, I'm just not gonna do it.
Not
Like,
gonna approach, but like if he approaches you and you like him, you're obviously going to reciprocate.
yeah, of course.
Why do men like somebody that's not even reciprocating?
Exactly. You know what? Kevin, we talk about this on another
Yeah.
episode because you know.
Yeah, we got.
You might have some.
Let's
You
continue.
might need to
on.
talk about some.
Yeah.
You might be your therapist because.
Yeah, it's gonna be a longer conversation.
Oh my
Because
God.
what, Kevin? I know what you're doing. We need to talk about that.
what?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
No, I know what you're doing.
There's something wrong here. Yeah.
What? What am I doing? I don't
Wrong,
see anything
yeah.
wrong. I'm
Yeah.
chilling. I am chilling.
You are.
I'm in no rush.
But you,
Yeah.
in my spirit, in my heart, I feel in your future there's going to be a great woman.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and because she's reciprocating, you're gonna pass that by.
Yeah.
You're not a chase.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Because you're not getting the thrill.
It's
Right.
In order for it to be reciprocal, it has to be on both sides.
It
True.
does, but
The energy she's giving me, I'm not willing to give back.
and that's because she's not
I'm-
gonna be chased or.
If I have to be willing to give that back to you, you can approach a guy, you can, throw a feeler out
Yeah.
there,
Don't be scared.
but
At the same time, eventually she has to reciprocate you at some point.
Yeah. Don't just keep chasing and chasing and chasing
Right.
and run away.
that's what I'm saying.
Like-
It's a woman that's willing to reciprocate. So if she's giving something back, then it's
But
it's
I'm
a
saying,
match.
if she's coming to you, though, I don't think you should automatically be like, nah.
Oh no.
So
Okay.
the girl you got the flowers for in
It's not
Dallas, did she
automatically
ever
like
reciprocate?
Court yeah, that's my friend. That's my girl. Yeah, it's reciprocated. Like, she's cool. She knows the deal. God dang it, Court.
Court.
Damn court.
We're all in his business.
Isn't this like
Well, while Kevin talks to Court,
Yeah.
you guys have seen him on our podcast before. You know his tag, his handle. Let us know a little bit about it as well.
Yeah, you can find me on social media. My personal Instagram is KillerKev8, and then I have a photography Instagram, Ken's by Kev, and then also me and my other boy Kev have reaction videos on YouTube. Kevinkev, if you want to see some cool reactions, comedy, all of that, check it out.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. And thanks again for watching.
Yeah, Court.
Bye.
Bye.